I don't even talk like that.
You fucking liar.
You cured your friend's insomnia. Yes. You sound like
That was a joke.
Nope, real.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, this is Jae-Mart. Alan and Kat didn't know I was recording that, but that was definitely good footage of Kat making fun of Alan. If you have any good footage of you making fun of Alan, you can definitely post that as a video response. We might actually start a contest. No, in reality, though. Okay, this is Jae-Mart with the Game Academy Online's YouTube channel. Here we have Caniserre, a.k.a. Kat, my esteemed colleague, Allen Pennington. And today we're going to talk about the ban list and some of its implications. So I think Kat actually needs to look at the ban list because she hasn't actually taken You've skimmed over it?
Yes, I've skimmed over it.
Okay,
I just haven't had any actual looking time.
Okay, since now that you've skimmed, what are your initial reactions?
What the balls, Konami? I don't understand.
Would you say anything normally?
Basically, we're inserting the word balls for something else. But anyways.
Yes.
So Alan, what's the first card on the ban list?
Goyo Guardian.
Goyo Guardian. How do we feel about Goyo Guardian being forbidden?
I mean, I actually look at it differently. I think most people do. Since every extra deck had Goyo Guardian in it, and they banned it, it's now like we have one more slot in our extra deck, because we just don't have Goyo Guardian there anymore.
What are people going to be putting in for Goyo Guardian?
I mean, their own tech might be like Ancient Fairy Dragon, maybe they didn't have room for Armory Arm before, or maybe Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. But every deck's going to have one more slot in their extra.
I can see that.
Yeah, I didn't have room for Ancient Fairy Dragon before, but I guess now that Gravekeepers are a little bit more popular, I'm going to have to put it back in. And I can make level 7 monsters really easily, so it's...
What deck do you normally play?
Gigabytes.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, Caniserre is known for making plants famous. The next card here on the forbidden list is Cold Wave. Alan?
I don't know how I feel about Cold Wave. In the decks that play it, make very good use of it, like X-Sabers, Glad-Beast, etc. I don't think it'll have quite as big of an impact as everyone thinks necessarily. But it was definitely kind of on the sacky side.
I'm kind of glad it's gone.
Fair?
Yeah.
So we have Alan, who's kind of indifferent, Kat, who doesn't really like Cold Wave. I know I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where different pros. CJ says he likes it. Mo Brantley says he likes Cold Wave being banned, so I guess we'll see how that turns out. The next card here on the forbidden list, I guess really this isn't really official since March 1st isn't here yet, but we're going on the assumption that this is all correct. So Mass Driver is also forbidden. Alan?
I mean, historically speaking, it's only been used in OTK decks.
It doesn't think it really matter?
But, yeah, honestly, I don't think Mass Driver is a problem. Just in a vacuum, Mass Driver, doesn't do anything good. It's only when you can use it an infinite amount of times. I personally don't think it needed to be banned.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not on the power level as Goyo Guardian and Cold Wave, but I could see them banning it. Limited cards. The first one is Honest. Man, that makes fairy decks a lot worse.
I mean, it was basically the best combat trick in the game. Your monster is always going to survive the battle.
Kat, you care about Honest being banned? Or not banned, but limited?
I think it's kind of not really a good move on Konami's part, because the whole idea of a ban list is to make sure that you're changing up the meta. It's not just one deck dominating all the time. And when you get rid of Honest when it's used so much in fairy decks, and fairy decks haven't been top tier really for a while.
What about Lightsworn though? People still use Lightsworn.
Yeah, but it's not considered one of the top tier decks right now. And so when they get rid of Honest, they're pretty much cutting out some of the weaker decks, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's kind of opposite of what their goal is.
So all right, so Dandelion, that's actually kind of a big deal. Limited Dandelion.
I'm glad.
Are you glad though? I mean, you play plants, so Dandelion's actually.
I only use one. In my Gigabytes deck, I don't need I don't need to spam Dandelion tokens. I only used one, and when it was at 2, I only used one.
Fair.
So,
yeah.
I just think Dandelion tokens are really annoying because it just stalls the game. It takes forever.
Yeah, I mean, I personally thought Dandelion was too good. Ever since Synchros got printed, you use the tokens for Formula, you use the tokens for Lone Fire. If you're up to me, I probably would have just banned Dandelion.
Just banned it, not limited it?
Yeah, I think it limited would be good.
I mean, I'm more of a 3-0 theory kind of guy.
kind of guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think, like, if the card is so good that you have to put it at 1, then it's probably so good that you have to ban it too. That's probably
fair enough.
Something for a later discussion.
Well, the next card here is Kalut. Now, you're a 3-0 kind of guy on that too?
I mean, I don't think Kalut was the problem with Blackwings necessarily. Like,
well, I mean, I'm not saying it's a problem with Blackwings. I'm just saying it's at 1 now. So, I mean, obviously, if you can play 3, you're going to play 3.
So I think Blackwings are going to be terrible this list. Of course, I say that every format, because every format they do something to Blackwings, and I always write them off as being dead, but, like, this time I really do think they're dead.
Okay, we'll quote Allen Pennington on Blackwings being terrible. So, man, and this card, like, I don't really understand. I mean, Book of Moon, I'd probably say this is one of the most balanced cards in the game, but for some reason, Konami thinks they need to limit Book of Moon. Kat, what do you think about that?
Well, after like Royal Decree was put up, like I switched out my deck to use a lot less traps, and I used a playset of Book of Moons, and I even used Royal Decree in my own deck. I was using like enemy controllers as well, so it kind of sucks. I really like Book of Moon. I like I agree. Like I think it is also like a balanced card.
Yeah.
But it sucks. I guess on the bright side, I only have to hollow out 1 book now.
Alan, I know you feel pretty similar to me as far as
I
Book
think
of Moon
a lot
goes.
of the better players in the game are disappointed about Book going to 1 because, like, it's since it was printed, it's always been a good card. It became even more important when the synchro mechanic was established. So I'm disappointed to see the card at 1. And it makes it more sacky because, like, whoever draws their 1 Book of Moon, like,
Master.
they just kind of have a significant advantage.
That's true. All right, I'll take that as you giving me a compliment that you think I'm a good player, but that aside.
Well, I mean...
That's fine, it's fine. No, we won't edit that part out. It's fine. All right, so Gateway of the 6 is definitely the next card.
I'm still talking about Book of Moon.
Whoa, calm down, buddy. Gateway of the 6, are you going to start trading away our Gateways, or what? You think you're going to hold on to them? Samurai still the real deal?
I mean, I think Samurais are still one of the best decks. Like,
even with 1 Gateway?
Yeah, I mean, Gold Sark's at 3, so, like,
you
can just Sark for your 1 Gateway.
That's fair enough.
I mean, it makes MST a better card against Samurais, because once you MST their 1 Gateway, like, that's it.
I mean, I don't know, man. Next thing, they might actually limit MST. They'll probably think it's better than Book of Moon or something. All right, semi-limited Card Trooper. I know we actually just raised the price of that card because it's just ridiculous, but we'll see what happens with Card Trooper. What do you think about that?
I think the main implications there is that now you can play 2 Card Troopers, 3 Cyber Valleys, and 2 Machine Duplications.
Sounds like a new deck. What do you think, Kat?
I think it was a good choice on Konami's part. Raises up different decks to play with.
Fair. Card Trooper, that's one of my favorite cards, actually. Christia.
Useless.
Useless?
I mean, most decks didn't play 3 anyway. So
yeah, you're probably not going to add more Christias to your deck just because they're semi-limited now.
I don't know. Maybe there's some, like...
This is actually a pretty big deal. Spirit Reaper. That guy. That is a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Mostly against Samurais.
Yeah, I think they put it at 2 because a lot of people think it's good against Samurais.
You think so?
Myself as a Samurai player, I never had problems with Spirit Reaper, Partial, Marshmallow, etc.
I mean, do you actually think that Konami just looks at what other people think about and like what they care about? They're just like, oh man, people really think Spirit Reaper is good against Samurai. We'll semi-limit it. Do you think that actually?
To a degree, yeah.
You think so? Okay. I mean,
like, since Samurai's been printed, like, a lot of decks in Japan have been using Spirit Reaper.
That's up for debate.
I mean, correlation doesn't always imply causation, but...
Man, you're a statistician, Alan.
I know, right?
All right, the next card is Debris Dragon.
I never used Debris Dragon in my deck.
Even in your plant deck? Don't care.
Because the thing is, like, the way I would manipulate Black Rose Dragon in my deck is I wouldn't go through, I wouldn't use Debris Dragon, like, I wouldn't use more than 1 Dandelion. The way I would manipulate it is use, like, a Spore to synchro with Gigaplant, and my Gigaplant would have Supervise attached to it. So I would eventually blow up the field, but I would still have a card left because of the way Supervise works in Chain.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, Debris Dragon is meh to me.
Alan?
I mean, with Dandelion at 1, like, I don't think very many people would play 3 Debris Dragons anyway, so I don't think putting Debris Dragon at 2 will really have a big impact.
Next card, Royal Tribute. That sucks.
Well, I mean...
They put it at what now?
2.
2?
Gravekeepers can't use it turn 1 nearly. You know what Royal Tribute does?
Yeah, I know.
Discard all monsters. Yeah.
That's lame. I was actually going to build a Gravekeeper deck.
Yeah, I mean...
Aww.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not going to get turn 1 Royal Tribute quite as often. But, like, it's still, like... Between, like, 3 Necro Valleys, 3 Commandants, and 2 Royal Tributes, like, and 3 Potted Dualities, like, it's not that hard for them to, still make use of it.
That's true. All right, Overload Fusion. I don't even know what that card does, actually. That can't be that good.
Oh, that's the one where you, like, dump a ton of machines in your grave.
Yeah.
And then mostly people would abuse it to synchro for that cyber.
Well, yeah, you go, like...
fusion.
Like, I built a deck already.
Oh, wait, before you start talking about it, you're the machine gadget guy, right?
Yeah.
So this doesn't affect you?
I mean, like, I usually don't play Overload Fusion.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Alright, so Megamorph. Another card. I don't even know what that does.
What?
Don't even let us talk about Overload Fusion.
Alright, sorry.
So, Overload Fusion, I think, will make possibly Machine OTK a deck. Because you have two card troopers, 2 Overload Fusions. You have Future Fusion limiter removal. So, like, I think that could potentially be a deck.
Kat doesn't really look like she agrees. She's just like, yeah, cool.
I don't play machines.
Hey, if you think that could be a good deck, you should comment on this video. Nice deck. Just for Alan. Alright, next card. next card, Solemn Warning.
Add a bro if you're cool. Solemn Warning? Yay. Gone. Glad.
Alan?
I mean, I think Solemn Warning's a perfectly balanced card. And in fact, I think Solemn Judgment's a balanced card, too. So,
Yeah,
I wonder what...
If it was at 3,
like,
that's
2,000
6,000 damage
The
that
thing is,
you're
like,
taking.
people think Solemn Warning is really good because all the monsters are really good. If that makes sense. Like, the problem isn't Solemn Warning, it's the fact that we have ridiculous monsters.
I
And so
understand.
it's able to get rid of them.
I mean, does any deck play 3 Solemn Warnings anyways?
Yeah, a lot of Samurai decks played 3 Solemn Warnings. Like,
Not to use it, but to, like, balance them to make it, like, more consistent.
Just to, like, have it?
Yeah, like, I just think, like, pay 2,000 to get a summon, like, what's the big deal? Like, why do we need to limit this card?
2,000 life points. Like,
I mean, that's like
Yeah.
a quarter of your life, buddy. That's a big deal to me. I don't know.
that's
No, I'm saying why do we need to limit the card to 2?
Oh, okay. No, I agree with you, for sure.
Okay.
Alright, we're all on the same page here.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
3 gold stars will help.
Card's fine at 3.
Alright, our next card here is Icarus Attack, and man, nice Blackwing deck, bro. Alan?
Well, I mean, yeah, as I said, we were talking about Kalu. Blackwings are awful.
I was trying to set up the you saying nice Blackwing deck, bro. God, never do it. Kat?
I mean, I was gonna say it, but then
Okay.
Alan was just like,
I'll go to Kat for that one next time. Alan's not on the wheel
nice Blackwing deck, bro.
here. Alright, so Chaos Sorcerer is unlimited.
Oh my god.
We need to talk about Megamorph. What are you doing?
We don't need to talk
You
about
skipped over
Megamorph.
Megamorph.
That's not a real card, but you can talk about it if you really want.
I mean, I didn't really have anything to say, but
Alan's
it's
gonna
worth
make a video
mentioning.
on his own account about Megamorph.
My Megamorph Overload Fusion OTK.
So, go to his account.
Alright, we definitely just got like 10 thumbs downs for that. Alright, Alan, so, okay, Chaos Sorcerer is unlimited. Is that relevant?
Oh,
I
it's
don't like
pretty
remove
relevant.
from play.
You don't like remove from
I
play?
hate remove from play.
What do you mean?
I don't want to see any more like remove from play because my deck works from the graveyard, so obviously it's just.
I think
it's
you're being
like,
a little
oh my
selfish
gosh.
here.
You know what? Yeah, I am being a little selfish here.
All I care about is cards that affect my plant deck.
Yep.
Alright,
Yep,
so
we need that right here. Make a little annotation.
Kat will probably make a video about plants or something. I don't know. It won't be on our channel. I mean, it might be. Alright, Demise King of Armageddon.
You didn't even let me talk about Chaos Sorcerer. You just like half the time.
Alright, after a brief intermission, Alan has some more words for Chaos Sorcerer because it's apparently the most important card on the list.
It's not the most important card.
That's what you just said.
Details.
I think a lot of people will build decks based around Chaos Sorcerer. With, a lot of people have been talking about Salvo Chaos. Like,
Do you think that's like going to be a tier deck though?
yeah, it's gonna be a tier deck.
It'll be.
Can we quote you on that?
It'll be an anti-meta. How about that?
It'll be like a tier 2 deck.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't specify tier there, so I'll just insert whatever tier I think that is appropriate. All right, are we done with Chaos Sorcerer? Can we move on to the next card?
Can we, Mr. Pennington?
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The next card is Snipe Hunter. I actually really like that card, even though I actually happen to roll the 1 or 6 very frequently.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna have much impact now. Although if Fabled monsters become a deck, I think that will help out that deck type.
Tell our viewers what Fabled monsters are.
I mean, I don't have all the info, but I know the point of the deck is to discard the Fabled monsters from your hand.
Oh, okay.
Which Snipe Hunter does, as well as destroy cards on the field.
That
So
seems
that
like...
seems like a good fit.
I agree. Kat, do you care about Snipe Hunter?
Are they? Well, hold on. With the Fable monsters, are they optional effects or mandatory?
I think they all like don't miss timing or anything.
Because that would be pretty.
It's like Dark World, except it doesn't suck.
I think we just came up with a new deck idea here on the Game Academy Online's YouTube channel, but
Oh,
we might
man.
make another video about that. All right, here's another card. This guy, he's the Tiger King of the Ice Barrier. I don't even know how to say the first name. Duelist.
Duloran.
Sick
No,
card.
it's DeLorean.
Oh man, I see what you did there.
Ooh.
All right, so how do we feel about this card? Is that relevant in the Yu-Gi-Oh
I don't
game?
think it's relevant.
No.
No.
I think there's like some OTK with like symbol of heritage or something. I don't know how it works.
Meh.
No, the OTK uses Mash Driver. There we go. That's why I banned Mash Driver.
Oh, yeah.
There has to be some correlation here. These guys at Konami are working overtime. All right, so Gold Sarcophagus. This card is unlimited. Guess how many Gold Sarcophagus the Game Academy has in stock right now?
Roughly
Over
100.
9,000?
76.
Oh, okay.
You guys are close though. All right,
Okay.
Alan, Gold Sarcophagus. Is every deck gonna play that card?
Yes.
No.
No.
No,
We
every
have-
deck's not going to play that
We have mixed
card.
feelings here. Part of our studio audience, the whole one person. What do you think, Mr. Cordero?
Hell no, not every deck will be.
Not every deck. I remember Victor Nolan actually saying that Gold Sarcophagus, that's the most skilled card in the game for someone to play. Would you agree with that statement, Alan?
No.
No? Okay. Kat?
I mean,
It's used in more of like slower decks. I mean, if you're doing an OTK, like something that's trying to like be really fast, then obviously Gold Sark would be too slow for you. So I don't think it would be necessarily like a card that would be used in every deck. Like I would use it in mine because I need to get Lone Fires out. I can see it being used in a lot of decks just because it makes it more consistent. And if you're not drawing, it's like, okay, for example, like with my deck, like if I don't draw my Lone Fires first turn or get my UFO Turtles, then obviously I have 3 other cards in my deck that can help me get it 2 turns later. So it just makes it more consistent.
Alan?
What do you think, buddy?
All I heard there was my
Yeah,
deck,
yeah,
my
whatever
deck,
she
my
said.
deck, my deck,
Yeah.
my deck, my deck, plants. Period.
Yeah.
So in my deck, I actually don't view decks as like belonging to a person.
Oh,
Well,
plants are her deck, alright, buddy.
Come on now.
Yeah, seriously.
So
I mean, like,
Gig
you know,
Cat.
in the Machine OTK deck that I talked about, you know, you can use your 3 Gold Sarks to search out your 1 Future Fusion. Like, if there's a card in your deck that's either your deck is based around or your deck is much better if you have it in play, like Samurais with Gateway or Machines with Future Fusion or Blackwings with Black Whirlwind, etc. Like, I think, you know, having multiple Gold Sarks is a good idea. So
Fair enough.
it'll increase the consistency on some of those decks based on 1-ofs or 2-ofs.
Alright, the next card to get unlimited is Skill Drain. Thoughts?
That's gonna be really annoying.
You look pretty indifferent about
I
that.
mean, you said Gold Sarcophagus is the most skilled card in the game.
I said I quoted someone
Oh,
as saying
okay. Well, I think Skill Drain is the least skilled card in the game.
that. Why is that?
Well, it drains your skill,
Oh, man. Oh, God, that's too good.
This setups.
Yeah, you got me. Alright, Kat, I don't even know if you have a response to that, because I definitely don't. Alright,
No response, Alan.
Get destroyed.
Skill Drain is the least skilled card in the game because it drains your skill, lol. Alright, Ultimate Offering.
Personally, I think the Black Petra OTK might be a deck again. I mean, I shouldn't say again. It was never a deck. The
So,
OTK is Ultimate Offering, Black Petra, and Cannon Soldier.
it sounds like...
I mean, with 3 Ultimate Offerings and 3 Gold Sarks, like, it's only a 3-card combo. I think, and all 3 cards are at 3 now. What do you think, Kat? Real deck or not?
3 gold.
3 card combos.
It sounds like the fakest
Cyberstein
deck I've
OTK
ever
is a
heard.
3-card combo.
I mean, I guess it could. Huh?
Audience should vote.
All right, we're gonna ask the audience.
Our
on this
studio...
thing.
We'll phone the audience. How about that? Thoughts?
Phone.
Is that a real deck or no? Overwhelming no.
What?
Alan.
I think that was an overwhelming maybe from over here.
It has potential.
So in our studio audience here, we have 2 guys who don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! And 1 guy who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! But isn't that good at it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
called being a guy.
No, Mike is the guy who
Oh,
plays
okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! They're the 2 who doesn't.
Oh, okay.